Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's thrift store makeover, I'm going to remake a frame that I got at Goodwill a few weeks back into a farmhouse style sign for my home. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and you can always find me on Instagram at Nicole Northgarden. Here we go. In this thrift store makeover, I am remaking this window pane frame that I found at Goodwill a few weeks back for $2.99. I go ahead and clean off the scuff marks with my magic eraser because I wasn't going to paint the frame. I actually really like the finish on it. Then I took the frame apart, separating out all the layers, and then at that point I realized I hadn't filmed what you need for this project. So I actually put everything back together so that I could film that part. So you need a frame to make over. You need some ribbon, which mine actually came from Walmart at Christmas time. I used a boxwood wreath and some extra boxwood from Joann's to fill in the wreath and make it fuller. Then I also used my trusty glue gun, a magic eraser, a pair of scissors, and actually I added in some supplies, and that comes later. So I used some Windex and a paper towel to clean the glass, and then I used my glue gun to actually glue the pane into the frame. And then I used my glue gun again to glue the glass into the frame because at this point I was thinking I was going to keep it open in back like a window, which actually in the final project changed, but I didn't know that at the time. And then I took my boxwood wreath and some of the spare boxwood, and I just glued some of the extra boxwood into the wreath because I just wanted a little fuller wreath. The original wreath came from the Target dollar spot, and it's fine, but for this project I just wanted it to be a little bit more. At this point, I realized I might not want to just keep it as a window in back, so I decided to paint this little cardboard piece to look like sheet metal, kind of. So I used the silver paint that I have, and I just painted the cardboard. Then I just figured out where I wanted my wreath to hang, and I cut an appropriate length of ribbon. And I glued the ribbon to the back of the frame, looped it through the wreath, and then glued it again in the back. And then I took some more ribbon and created a simple bow. And I trimmed off the edges and attached the bow to the hanging ribbon with some hot glue. It was a little stubborn, I had to push it down a little bit. And then I was just deciding if I wanted to use the sheet metal look or the window, and I did go with the sheet metal look. I just liked it better for what I was looking for, but you could totally leave it as just a window. That's the things when I craft, I'm going to keep it real for you. A lot of times I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up because this is art, and art flexes with your mood and with the lighting and with where you want to put it. So you have to let yourself be flexible. I liked the way this looked, but I wasn't completely satisfied with it. I really wanted a word on it because I'm hanging it near my front door. So from a hanging welcome sign that I got at Dollar Tree last year, I used my pliers and I took off the part that says welcome, and I decided I was going to paint that white. So I just used my plaster chalk paint and my brush, and I painted the welcome sign. And once the welcome sign was dry, it took a little disassembling to attach it to the wreath, but I just unstuck the ribbon and fed it through the wreath and through the sign and reattached it to the back of the frame in the same way that it had been attached. And then I just adjust everything until I like the way that they look. I am super pleased with the end product, even though I didn't exactly know where I was going at first. It looks great hanging in my home. If you like this kind of content, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, and of course you can always find me on Instagram at Nicole Northgarden. Thank you for watching.